Folks, welcome into the Crossing Swords pregame show. I'm your host, Ty B, and I will be joined today by Joseph Conzi Jr., and we have none other than Dom Real from Real Talk on here to talk a little bit of Rangers hockey here. Conzi, how you doing tonight? Sabres coming off a big shootout win on Sunday.
I mean, it's incredible. First off, Dommy CNY, welcome. We've been waiting for this. Thanks for joining us. But just incredibly excited to see Eichel finally put one in the back of the net. I know it was a shootout goal, but hopefully that'll be one of many to come. But just entirely proud of this team and the way they've been battling. So we'll see tonight against the Rangers, another team that's been struggling. I think the Sabres and Rangers are kind of battling for the basement right now, in a sense.
Not battling for the basement. They're 2 points behind the Buffalo Sabres right now. They are in the basement. Dami, how are you feeling about your boys?
First of all, I gotta tell you, you went all out on the intro, and this is glorious. This whole production is fantastic. I'm very honored to be here. Thank you, guys. I got to be honest with you. This is probably an unpopular opinion that people aren't expecting to hear from a Rangers fan because we tend to run our mouths quite a bit. But everything's going exactly as I expected. You know what I mean? We have the youngest team in the NHL and Jack Johnson. I don't expect much more. You know what I mean? What I will say, what I'm really hoping comes along today, and just been waiting on it. The top six for the New York Rangers really has to do a lot more because the kids look great. Keandre looks like he's been out there for years at this point. I'm waiting for Laugh to get that first one, and we can kind of get that out of the way. But other than that, I mean, I don't expect much. Things are going good right now.
Yeah, as long as the young guys are playing well. You have 7 guys who are on the roster, 22 years or younger. One of those guys who is expected to play a bigger role, Philip Hedl, looks like he's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks now after an injury he sustained on Sunday. That's going to be a big knock for the boys, Dom. It looks like some other guys, such as Howden, are going to really have to step up and play some big minutes here. Julien Gauthier as well. There's a bunch of young guys who are going to be having to play more and more minutes with all these injuries and everything else.
Yeah, losing Hedl's tough. He's been really coming around. Brett Howden, I don't have a whole lot of faith in him, but Coach Quinn loves him, and he's a man rocket, and he can get it. So I got faith in him. Capo Cacos look great. He put on a ton of size. He's looking really good. Kid skates absolutely fantastically. And that they throwing him out there, they threw him out a couple times. They had a line with him, Laugh, and Hedl. Obviously, that's going to change now because Hedl's not out. But these young kids, like I said, I mean, they're buzzing. Keandre's starting to really kind of hold down that defense like he's been here for the last couple of years. As long as we can kind of get something productive out of anybody as far as Panarin or Zibanejad goes, I think it's going to help these young kids kind of start put the puck in the back of the net. But we can't expect Colin Blackwell to come and, have a tip in front of the net like we did last game. You just can't expect it to happen. Like, you got guys that are making big money up front. Like, we gotta get something out of them. Gotta get something out of them right now.
Yeah, you saw Panarin with a huge short side rip the other night. Absolutely unbelievable.
I need leg kicks. I need leg kicks.
Oh, they're unbelievable. Speaking of leg kicks, I got like the Korea doing one right over here.
Dude, I love it.
But let's transition here. We're talking about scoring goals. Let's talk about the guys who are going to have to try to stop those. We have Georgiev going against Linus Ullmark tonight. Both of them have similar numbers. Save percentages just above 900, between 905 and 907. Goals against averages between 2.4 and 2.5. So pretty evenly matched up between the pipes. But the Rangers have struggled to score this year, I think averaging just 2.5 goals per game. Kanzi, what's your key here with Ullmark and net?
Well, I think the key to Ullmark is, like, with all due respect to him, he's been through a lot with his father passing. I know we keep bringing it up, but it's where is his head at right now? That was a huge moment for him to get that win. When they beat the Capitals in the shootout, he looked at the sky. Then he posted on Instagram, "This one's for you, Dad." I think that this season means a lot to him. So I think it's going to be, it's tough. There's a lot going through his head right now, but I like what I saw from him. That's the big thing. Post to post, he's been quick. He's been trying to get in a feel for the game, but like I said, I think it all comes down to up here what's going on right now. Can he focus? Is he focused enough? To help the Sabres aid in picking up some points. You have to remember they played well in 5 of their last 6 games to start the season, but have only picked up 5 of their last 12 points. So they're going to really have to buckle down. He's going to really have to cut down on shots and really be quick in net. Because did you see that first line that's rolling out tonight? It's Zibanejad, Kreider, and Lafreniere.
Yeah.
Like that's a good matchup. Laff might see something tonight from that line, so Allmark's going to really have to buckle down in net tonight.
I would really like to see, like I said, I want to see him get his first one just to get out of it because he looks great out there. And it's not even me just being biased, but he looks fantastic. No, he doesn't look lost. That's what I'm saying. Like these young kids look good. Like Adam Fox right now is unbelievable. Kid's playing out of his mind. So if, like you said, you got Laugh going out there with Kreider, who again, one of those guys needs to do a little more. We're paying you to be a Ranger for the rest of your life here, buddy. Let's
literally for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
But looking at this game here for the Sabres, you still have Jeff Skinner on the fourth line, but this line has been doing pretty well for him so far. Kanzi, you're a big proponent of the free Jeff Skinner movement. We've seen him getting at least some more ice time, if not being moved up in the lineup. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think at this point, it's like, you know what? Maybe this is just part of the plan. Like, keep rolling it out and see what happens. I mean, you got to keep Hall, Eichel, and Reinhart together, I think, and you have to keep Olofsson, Stahl, and Cousins together because they played so well. So why would you ruin that chemistry? I guess it kind of boggles my mind that one of your best skaters is buried on your fourth line, and usually you want him to play like a defensive zone. And I just don't think Jeff Skinner's that type of player. But what do I know? I'm a guy who wakes up in the morning, sits on my couch, and eats a bag of potato chips. So, what do I know about hockey?
You don't give
we'll see what happens.
Credit.
We'll see what happens.
Now.
But
anyway. You know a little bit more about hockey than that. But looking at things, you obviously expect a little bit more out of Jeff Skinner, but you see then what Victor Olofsson's numbers are at 5v5, and he continues to be rewarded playing on that second line, getting top 6 minutes, and Jeff Skinner is being buried. So that's what, it leaves a lot of questions to a lot of the Sabres fans' minds. We got one last thing I want to talk about before we get into the game and just quick predictions. Matt Irwin getting a start here tonight. Ralph Kruger said, first and foremost, he's an unbelievable pro, positive spirit in our room, brings so much energy into meetings, off ice, on ice, in practice. Kanzi, real quick, your thoughts on getting, your seventh D-man some minutes in that role in the NHL season, especially like this?
Well, I think that there's a reason they brought him in this season. I think that, you have to have locker room guys, to make things like this happen. And, Irwin's not like a sexiest of a free agent signing. He's not a guy that's going to maybe light the lamp for you, but sometimes you need some grit. Sometimes you need some leadership, and that's no knock on Henry Jokiharju. It's just, he's out. Here's Irwin's chance to see what they have. And then the Sabres have to decide if this is a guy they want to roll out there moving forward. So I'm all for it. Let's see what happens. He seems like a guy that'll bang around on the boards and maybe get on some loose pucks for us.
And without further ado, the golden goose guest, Dwayne. He figured out the internet. He's here. Dwayne, real quick, before the game starts, your predictions for the game.
3-2 victory. Oh. Sabres 3-2 victory. Eichel gets 2, plus the game winner. Mark it down. Sorry, Dom. It sucks to suck. Rangers are in the bottom of the division. They're blowing gas right now. They're trash. They're absolute trash. Listen, Sherskin is like Swiss cheese. Laugh Frenier, 0 points in 5 games. Guy's a bust. Screw it. Sabres taking both games.
I love it. Give me the 4 points. We absolutely need it. But make sure you guys stay tuned between the intermissions. We're going to be coming back. Hopefully Dom will join us. I know he's going to be watching this game. Very important game for his boys as well as ours. Need to get some points. And make sure you get over to that link in our bio, our brand new. These guys are good. They're scary good. This train wreck tea is unbelievable. Make sure you get over to the link in our bio over at Trainwreck or Crossing Swords. It's on all of them. Make sure you guys stay tuned for myself, Ty B, Joe Conti Jr., Dwayne, Dom Real from Real Talk. We got 3 words. Sorry, Dom. Let's go, Buffalo.
Let's go.